Welcome to the Real Sneaker Show on the two. It's your sneaker host D,
We got O. How's it going, y'all?
and today we got the one and only Trollmagedon with us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know him, we are going to link his page below. Please go follow. Listen, in all honesty, he has the most compelling content on sneaker YouTube right now. He's like the most out of the box, unordinary content. I definitely think you guys should go check that out. All right, so Troll, what was the sneakers that got you into the game?
Taking me way back, man. I'll say the first sneaker that I had that I actually was aware of loving was way back early 90s. I was like second or third grade, bro. I had a pair of Fila's. I can't remember what the name was, but it had like a spoiler in the back. It looked like it had like a car spoiler in the back with two cut slits in it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It looks like a fin, like a street racing car fin on it or some shit, some crazy shit. But that's the first one I remember like just loving to death, bro. I only got about two sneakers every couple of years. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was all of us. That was all of us.
Yeah, and I would just beat the living daylights out of that. But then, growing up, I didn't really get to have much of that. So when I moved out early, I moved out right when I was 18. And because I was deprived of so much stuff, the first stuff I started getting into adulthood was video games. I didn't have a PlayStation growing up or nothing like that. So that was the first shit I bought when I got an apartment was a PlayStation 2. I started getting into sneakers a little bit more again. I think it started with it might have been a Chicago, or maybe it was the Bread.
Which numbers?
Jordan 1.
Yeah.
Came back with that. I fell off because I was a DJ, so all my money went back into DJing.
Equipment. Yeah.
And I was DJing for a solid 6-7 years straight, nonstop. So then when I had my daughter and she got into basketball, that was the first time I had been back to a sneaker shop in years. And the game had totally changed, bro. It had to me, it feels like it was like overnight. To y'all, you saw it gradually, you know what I mean, happen.
Yeah.
So the sneaker that got me back into it, back into it, my daughter wanted a pair of Kyrie's. And I remember going to Foot Locker. We were in there and I saw what fucking Jordan 4. It was a Jordan 4 back in 2017. It was black, white. Was it like an Oreo? I think they called it. Somewhere around that time.
With the gray is leather?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oreos.
Yeah, I saw those and I was like, oh shit, this is what I've been missing. You know what I mean? So, but then I tried to get them and get other stuff, and that's when I slowly started to realize what was happening or what had been happening while I stepped away from sneakers. You know what I mean? So I guess the Oreo 4 would have been the one that brought me back into it now.
It's a subject that really is what made me reach out to Trollmagedon. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen his content, the links will be below. Please check it out. And he started this new series called Fun with UAs. And I'm going to let him dive into what that is and his circumstance on it. But I think right now is wearing UAs, which is, if you're not familiar with the term, means unauthorized. Unauthorized kicks mean the sneaker company of itself didn't grant this particular sneaker the rights for these people to be selling it. So it's not from actual Nike or Adidas or whatever the sneaker is. And this is not like your back in the day SpongeBob fix. This is like these unauthorized sneakers. Sometimes there is no difference between them and the actual sneaker you'll get from Nike. And I was watching, Fun with UAs 1 and 2. And I was like, listen, man, this guy's really having fun over here. And I really sat down and I thought about it. Like, me personally, I've never knowingly gonna have to say knowingly because, like you said, we don't really know what
Knowingly.
stockings and goats. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't really know what stockings and goats send us sometimes. Like if it's not exactly from Nike, you have to say knowingly because there's been cases of things getting through places where only authentic things are supposed to get through, and things have gotten through. So knowingly, I've never copped an unauthentic sneaker. And I was thinking, like, you know what? Would I? And I thought about it for a few days, and I came up with the idea that I wouldn't. And it was off the fact of what it would portray. In my sense, to me, it's like, okay, if I go and I say, let's say, I buy an unauthentic pair of like the hypest, let's say a Travis Scott, the hypest pair of sneakers, right? And I'm walking around with those, and to me, I know, hey, these are not real, but I feel like to the people in the younger generation that I'm going to be impressing because they're the one that's really impressed with these things. They're looking at me like, oh snap, like he spent to get these sneakers, and they'll be like, okay, well if he could do this, maybe one day I'll do this. So it's kind of like you're it's kind of like you're selling a front like, hey, because no one walks around and says like, yo, these are unauthentic. You feel me? Like you're gonna put them on, you're gonna walk, and if people know, they know. But for the people that don't, they're kind of thinking like, oh snap, maybe it would be cool to spend some of these astronomical prices that they're asking on sneakers because this guy that I'm cool with, I'm seeing him do it when you're not doing it. So like, I just feel like for me, if I can't afford what the price is asking for, I just rather say, you know what, nah, I'm just not gonna have it and be okay with not having something than going and getting a UA. And it's kind of like when they had those Chryslers and it was kind of like, you know, the supposed to be like the
Chrysler
fans club, like
300s.
yeah, it's like the Chrysler 300. Like listen, at a glance, we all knew what it thought it was, but you know what you're in. And like I don't want to perpetrate, like, you know, I don't want to be the Chrysler 300 guy making somebody think I dropped all this money on something when I really did it. So me, I don't think I can knowingly copy UA. Troll is on you.
That's a lot.
Nah,
That's
listen,
what
I want you to talk your shit because this is why you're here. Like, I definitely like your stance on it, and I think like it's something that needs to be out there because you know it's a part of the game.
all those thoughts, all those ideas and perspectives you have in your head all at once when you think about potentially rocking a UA or not is kind of the reason why I do this. You know what I mean? I'm here to put those thoughts at ease. I feel like I said, it's different to be like you guys, where you watched the sneaker game change gradually, just like our kids. We see them every day grow. We don't notice the we don't notice the differences as much as, say, like grandma who lives across the country and comes in and sees their grandkid once a year, and it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
you've changed, oh shit, you've grown, oh shit, you know what I mean? To me, that's what it is for me. So I can see it with less of that. They have had about 10 years to gradually get the sneaker culture to become okay, not only okay with reselling, but okay with with putting the sneakers, with putting these fucking things on such a high pedestal at this point that we have forgotten what they really are. You know what I mean? They're just shoes. It's not like it's the 90s. It's not like we get to wear the sneaker that Michael Jordan is now playing in. You know what I mean? We are wearing a copy of a copy of a copy of something he used to play in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So in some cases in the 80s. So we have allowed marketing, hype, all the different forces at work to drive our interest in sneakers so high that we've forgotten that it costs $30 to make. And not only that, but we've allowed resellers to come in, stand in our way of getting it, and then say, now we're going to charge you more. It's almost like when you're a kid on the playground and a bully comes in and says, yo, this is my shit now. You got to get the fuck on. or you got to pay me now to play on your playground that you've been playing in before I got here. And that's kind of how I feel about the way reselling has infiltrated the sneaker culture. We were having a good old time going in, camping, wearing our shoes out the store, throwing our beat up shit in the trash on the way. You know what I mean? Just flexing and stomping and running, and in some cases playing ball still in retros. And here comes the reseller, said, nah, bitch, give me your chain. You know what I mean? That's how I perceive it. But if you are like you guys, I would say it's like you're in the playground and you have a kid there that's kind of a problem child, but you've been playing with him for so long that you don't notice that he's gradually become the bully that's trying to bully you off your own turf, basically. Me, I just was like, yo, we were all playing just last 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden these motherfuckers moved in and took over, and we gonna take that shit? You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about it. Fun with UAs is basically a show where I'm not only trying to show people that these UAs don't look like they used to look. You used to be able to look at the shoes and tell in a flash that they were fake. And that's what was humorous about it. That's why people got made fun of for it. Now, they're so damn close that you literally have to examine it. And what's furthermore is that Nike's quality control has gotten so bad, you'll have 5 different looking toe boxes on the biohacks, which I've seen people sending me their legit pairs, unboxing them, everything. 5 different pairs, all toe boxes look different. Stitching looks different. Glue stains here or there. One guy had a fucking, did you see that shit on IG with the Nike Air was flipped upside down?
Nah,
on the tongue of his biohack? Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, so you're going to tell me that a stitch out of place or a rough looking toe box on a UA is worth paying hundreds of dollars more just so that you can have what you call peace of mind, because this person's going to think this or that person's going to think that, and you don't want to portray. I think it's got to stop being about, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. If I like the shoe, I like it. Those dunks that came out today, I think they ugly as fuck. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to cop it. But the biohacks I thought were fire, so I copped it. I don't go where the hype is. I go where my interest is. So I could care less what the next guy thinks. I'm about to start copping Patrick Ewing shoes. I'm not going to give a fuck what they think about that either. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's multifaceted, bro. It's about me trying to help other people do their, if you're all about wearing the shoes, if you want money, everything I say goes out the window. You know what I mean? Because money is on your head, is on your mind when it comes to sneakers. That doesn't have anything to do with this for me. It's all about, I want to be able to cop my kid her shoe. My kid hasn't hit. I haven't been able to get my kid a Jordan 1. My daughter, I don't know how fucking long, bro. She's been settling for the Westbrooks and the Kyries and the LeBrons, you know what I mean? Which is fine. But she wants that Jordan 6 sometimes. She wants that Jordan 1 sometimes. And I told her about UAs too. I'm like, listen, if you want to get a UA, let me know. Because I'm not going to let her grow up to worship a product. I don't care where it came from or what it is. You're not going to put any kind of product on such a pedestal that it's going to make you feel any less or better about yourself. You know what I mean? If you like a sneaker, it is a sneaker. They make them the same way. UAs use the same materials, the same moldings. They're just not authorized. Fakes is different. And sometimes you'll catch me calling all of them fake just because that's how people perceive them to be. You know what I mean? But there is a difference. It's a lot, man. It's really a big ass gigantic idea that I'm trying to spoon feed in different episodes. You know what I mean? So each episode revolves around a different sector of this mind state that we all have. If you really like go back and watch and listen, you'll see the first one is about just the reselling coming in and fucking with shit. The second one is about what was the second one about? I'm fucking writing so many episodes I can't remember. Let's skip to the third one. The third one was about what people say about you for wearing UAs. You know what I mean?
I see you in the fat guy. That was hilarious.
That guy stalks me all over the internet, bro. Just to fucking argue with me. It's crazy.
All right. Oh, so I'm gonna let you go before, like, I say my final piece.
I honestly think he should have ended. He should have been the last word.
His answer was so detailed.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Studies. As for me, when I think of UAs, I used to think of it being from the same factory, just not being authorized. I also thought about it being fake at one point in life, but because the quality has gotten better, the prices have gone up on UAs as well. So it used to be a thing where you like, I'll get some UAs. I can't the real ones or whatever. I'll get a UAs because they're cheaper. I'm not trying to spend this amount of money on some real ones. But now the quality has gotten better, so you're gonna have to pay a little bit more. And the way I look at it, I'm like, if I can't get it, if I can't get on release date, and it's something that I really don't want, I'm just not gonna get it. Even if I'm thinking about potentially flipping it, right? If the price is too much, I'm not gonna get it because it's probably it's probably if it's
reached its peak.
Yeah, it's probably at its peak or it's gonna drop. So it doesn't make sense for me to get it. With a UA, I'm not gonna get it because I feel like it's already for UA it's at its peak, right? And it's gonna be at probably face value or a little bit more because of now the quality of the UA shoes being so close to the Authentics. So if I don't hit, I'm probably not gonna get it. That's my stance on it.
Hey, that's you know what? My thing has always been, if you don't hit, whatever you do, don't pay resale. I don't give a shit if you go to UA, go across the water to get it, and I don't care if you just don't get it. But every time a reseller is paid, the problem gets worse and worse and worse. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna say my closing statement is I look at UAs like the girls with the fake butts. You feel me? Listen, now in all honesty, listen, you can do the same thing with the fake butt as the real butt. You feel me? Some fake butts look really good. You can't even tell it's fake. But my issue with it is not what your body or what you're doing with your body. That's your thing. But it comes off to what message are we pushing to the youth? You feel me? Because now a little girl is looking and she's like, man, I want that fake butt. You feel me? Like a little kid is looking like, damn, like, oh, son, this drops on them sneakers. Like, I want to do that. And my thing is, I wouldn't want to make something look cool about something I wouldn't do. So if a kid's going to look at my sneakers and go, yo, it's so cool that he spent X amount on it, one day I want to be able to do that. I would feel guilty knowing that, yo, I didn't spend that. You feel me? And I'm making this impressionable kid think it's okay to do that. Like that'd be my only thing. Like,
oh yeah.
Like I've trust me, I've seen people wear some things that I was able to pick up that was like UAs, and I'm like, dog, like, especially because I'm a teacher and I work in a school. You feel me? Like,
oh, I bet you see them everywhere in school.
I'm like, listen, like, kids are looking at you and you're walking around with like sneakers that they think is like this big price, and they're like, yo, you're doing it. But I'm like, it's corny if you're not. You feel me? Because then it's like, yo, you're influencing these kids to do something that like you wouldn't do. You feel me? Like 6ix9ine. You feel me? He made gangbanging look so cool and popular, but if the circumstances weren't the way they were with him, he would have never done it. You feel me? But he made it look so cool. Kids are now running around saying, yo, I wanna gangbang. Why? Because someone made something that wasn't real look cool. And that's just my thing with it. Like, I love your theory on don't be a sheep, you feel me? And like, listen, we do need to stop with the resale. Like, yo, stop letting these guys debo us. You feel me? Like, listen, my grandmama gave me that chain. You feel me? Like,
right.
let's stop with the resale.
And honestly, that's why I'm very open and about these are UAs. They are just as good as the real, except for in your head, something is telling you that this authentic retail pair of shoes is better than this UA pair of shoes. All it is a pair that a reseller has the ability to take and jack up the price. If you see a sneaker and all you're thinking about is how good it's going to look on your foot, then there ain't no difference between these two sneakers. And there's nothing wrong with, if somebody comes up, people's asked me this before too, do you tell people they're UA? I'm like, well, for one, nobody has ever come up to me and asked. So no, I haven't had a reason to. But if anybody said, how much was it? Or how much you pay for them, which is rude as fuck. But if they did, you know what I mean? If they did that, or if they said, where'd I get them? How'd I hit? I'll be like, bro, they got everything crossed that water.
Which is why I respect you. Like, yo, when you did the first fun with UAs, and shout out to E-Dubs for putting me on, I was like, yo, this dude is like, he's keeping it 100% real. And I was like, listen, we couldn't be the realest sneaker talk show and not have him on to talk about this. You feel me? Like, he's being 100% open and honest about a part of the sneaker culture that most people want to deny is there. So I was like, yo, I had to have him on here. And I do respect you for what it is that you do.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Hold on, I still got more, bro. I got more.
Oh, he gonna close the show out. All right, go ahead, man.
So think about this idea, right? There's plenty of big content creators out here. This is what infuriates me. They get UAs. They clearly know about UAs. You could just look through their IG feed and see the number of UA sellers in their IG friends, okay, that they follow. They get these UAs and they are up there flexing like they got the early pair, or, you know, I got the plug and this and that. This shoe's going to hit for this much or that much. And I'm thinking, how can you claim to be a part of the sneaker culture, but you are contributing to the continuation of reselling by saying this is a real shoe? Look at all the details, when you're actually showing us a UA that we could all have without the stress of all the shit for 130, 140, whatever. You know what I mean? That to me is a huge problem, and they are contributing to this getting worse. My whole goal is to basically, I guess, I've been trying so many ways to phrase this into like a few words. I guess it's boycott paying resale. That's what it is. Boycott the paying of resale so that these motherfuckers move on to something else. You already see they starting to try to bleed their way back into basketball cards and fucking
that Kobe card shit is nasty.
Yeah, they're already doing that now. So if we kick them the fuck up out of our house, you know what I'm saying? Like, move on somebody else. Like, let the Trollmagedon of basketball cards deal with them. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing, man. It's about who would have a problem with being able to just hit on Sneakers app at least 50% of the time. You know what I mean?
Listen, man.
That's
right now.
Hold on 1 second.
It's like Shaq at the free throw line.
Yeah, give me 1 second, bro. It does more damage than they realize. Like, it really demoralizes people in ways that they don't even understand. Like you said, you're thinking, how the fuck am I going to be successful if I don't get a shoe 3 weeks ahead, a month ahead? How am I going to look if I cop these fucking reverse 13 fucking PGOT games because somebody else over there said it was a brick? You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that is just sad, bro. It's just not what the culture is. It's not what it should be. And I'm just here trying to help bring it back to what it was. A lot of people look at me crazy or say crazy things or attack because, let's face it, it's going to affect their money. they found a slick way to make money without having to actually work. You know what I mean? And every person that I can seem to help make understand this whole game and how it works is another dollar out of their pocket, and they're going to fight. And now they're going to fight by calling people like me fake or broke, even though clearly I'm buying UAs at 130, 140 a pop, and I got them stacked to the ceiling. I'm spending the same amount of money, you know what I mean, as any of your customers. I just got more to show for it. There is no correlation between broke and UA. It's just, to me, a smarter decision because I want to wear my shit. I'm not wearing $1,000 shoe on my foot. Excuse me. Sorry about that. The baby's right there. My bad.
It's in my headphones. She can't hear.
Okay. But it is, man. It's a really big, long, expansive subject, and that's why I feel like people like me, people like you guys, even having the discussion is necessary. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got something to say?
No, I'm good with subject.
Listen, man, this is a great episode, man. I hope this gets out to as many people as possible. And also, man, if you're watching this, man, comment below how you feel, how you think. Maybe your mind might have changed today. You know, maybe you have an opinion that you want to share. All right, so just comment that below. Before we get out of here, we got to do what is on our feet today. Oh, you want to start this off?
Yeah, I'll go. Since I haven't said that much today. Today, very basic. Got the black hats on. Got these for retail, so shout out to Finish Line.
Got you. I got the. I ain't even gonna call these basics, man. These is classics. The Jordan 4 Breads. Got this off Sneakers app. You know, when I could win something off a Sneakers app, man. Sneakers app treating me real bad nowadays. But yeah, that's what's on feet today.
That's one of my favorites, bro. I think I wear that more than anything else.
Listen, honestly, when I got them in hand, that's when they became my favorites. I didn't think they were that good until I actually held them. Then I wear them all the time. Those and the out of nines.
All right. Well, I haven't stepped outside yet, but when I do, I'm gonna come out with one of these. I'm playing, man. I'm playing.
Yeah, you really are a troll, bro. Yeah, I was like, I wonder what he's gonna pull out. I knew it's gonna be something crazy.
No, I'm playing, man. I'll probably go out with one of these, bro. This is a retail pair, by the way. But yeah, this is one of my second most wearable shoe right now.
Got it. All right, fellas, man. Great episode, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next week. Peace. Say peace.
All right, thanks for having me, bro.
All right, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
All right, one. Go get Sissy.